In the city of Cyprus, around 300 BC, there was a wealthy trader named Zeno. While journeying from Phoenicia to Piraeus, his ship sank along with all his cargo. This event, completely beyond Zeno's or anyone's control, instantly turned this affluent man into a pauper. Imagine being in Zeno's shoes. How would you respond to seeing your life's work destroyed by nature's force? What is the right reaction? Anger, sadness? Would you feel cheated by life? For most of us, these reactions would be normal, but not for Zeno, the father of Stoicism. One small change can last an eternity, and one small shift in mindset can lead to larger, more impactful changes down the line. The essence of Stoicism is acceptance and indifference. After studying Socrates and other great philosophers, Zeno created and taught Stoicism. According to Zeno, although we have little control over what happens to us, we can control how we respond, and we must use this control effectively. Instead of lamenting over his lost goods, Zeno focused on maintaining his composure, staying calm and neutral despite his predicament. Today, people often see Stoics as unbreakable individuals who don't experience extreme emotions like rage or anxiety. But the original idea behind Stoicism was much more profound. It wasn't just about being unemotional. It was a way to view, describe, and understand the world. It was a way of life that has endured for centuries. Stoic philosophy can be applied today just as it was thousands of years ago, and its benefits remain impactful. Stoicism helps us process negative emotions from negative experiences, transforming them into thoughts that provide a unique perspective on the world. Perspective is everything, and everyone has different experiences and perspectives. Since the Stoics gathered, discussed, and taught philosophy in public places, their philosophy was widely known. They believed that Stoic principles could benefit anyone and everyone, so they didn't hide this knowledge behind the walls of a school or palace. As a result, everyone from slaves to emperors could learn and become Stoics, and they did. Notable Stoics include Epictetus, who was once a slave, Seneca, a renowned statesman, and Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor. The early Stoics practiced what they preached, avoiding all forms of segregation and fighting against inequality. They even coined the term cosmopolitan, meaning citizen of the world. Today, we associate that word with diverse cities like New York, Toronto, Dubai, and London. This unity and togetherness were what the Stoics preached. Even when it wasn't popular, women were allowed to learn about Stoicism and become Stoics. So why do so many people adopt Stoicism as a way of life? In a world full of unexpected events, our emotions can get in the way. We don't really get sad because bad things happen to us. We get sad because unexpected bad things happen to us. Rain, for example, is beneficial, but when it catches us without an umbrella, it's unpleasant. We've learned to expect rain, and it passes. Stoicism teaches us to expect that anything bad that can happen will happen. Picture the worst outcome and be content knowing it could happen. One Stoic exercise is voluntary discomfort, aimed at increasing gratitude. Sleep on the kitchen floor, take cold showers, eat only potatoes for a few days. This exercise helps us understand that no matter how hard it gets, we can still survive and thrive if our mindset is right. With constant advertisements telling us we need the next best thing to be happy, Stoicism's message is more important than ever. We grow up learning from home, school, and the world, but these sources often teach us differently. The question is, do we need to internalize all this knowledge? If we do, we may set unrealistic expectations, leaving us disappointed. Instead, we should focus on improving ourselves for our own sake. Attaching external hopes to our actions often leads to disappointment. We may try to fill emptiness with external things, but if we do it for external value, not internal value, we risk placing our happiness in the hands of forces beyond our control. Stoicism teaches us to place our happiness on our intrinsic value as humans, not on what we can acquire. We must keep a cool head, regardless of what life throws at us. This is the dichotomy of control, the most important principle in Stoic philosophy. We must learn to separate what we can control from what we cannot, and determine our value from what we can control. Striving for goals is good, but breaking down when things don't go our way is useless from a Stoic perspective. Making YouTube videos is easier than being a Roman emperor, but it still has challenges. Forming ideas, researching, scripting, creating, and editing are all up to you. But once you click upload, the power shifts to the YouTube algorithm. Many judge the success of their channels by views and subscribers, metrics largely beyond their control. Stoics teach that you should judge your work by the effort you put in, not by external outcomes. Trust the process. Think of someone working hard for 6 months, expecting a promotion, but being turned down. If they place their value on the quality of their work and keep striving, they could be much happier. This reframing of mindset is crucial. A true Stoic doesn't base their success on financial gain, but on living a comfortable life without material possessions. The four main virtues of Stoicism are wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice. Stoicism is about distinguishing between internal and external and choosing our response. Viktor Frankl said, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space where we can choose our response." Courage means to persist and resist. Temperance is doing more with less. While some fight for wealth, Stoics believe having what is essential and enough is true wealth. Justice means not harming others because we are born to do good for each other. Nelson Mandela, influenced by Stoicism, urged reconciliation instead of revenge after his imprisonment. Stoicism is at the core of therapies like rational emotive behavioral therapy and logotherapy. REBT helps patients challenge negative thoughts with logic, replacing them with healthier beliefs. Logotherapy is based on the Stoic principle that purpose drives humans. Even in dark situations, finding purpose can bring meaning and happiness. This process requires rewiring our thinking. By redirecting our definition of value to what we can control, we can stop fixating on what we cannot control, leading to a happier and more fulfilling life. Stoicism helps us navigate life's storms, finding peace even if our ship sinks. Remember, everything has an end. Since our video also comes to an end, if you loved watching this, make sure to give a thumbs up and never forget to subscribe so that you can get the most mature and stoic stuff we bring to you. May God be with y'all.